Taylor Austin, the PR manager for the State Fair of Texas.
Yes. So what is your role here?
So during the year, our main focus is planning for the fair, of course, and drumming up publicity for the fair. But we're also a nonprofit organization. Many people don't know that. And so the PR department is also responsible for the scholarship program, any internal or external communications. We really wear a lot of different hats as a smaller nonprofit organization.
That's awesome. What drew us in was the Sensory Wednesdays. What is Sensory Wednesday?
Sure. So we started Sensory Friendly Mornings back in 2018. It was actually an idea that I had brought to the table to the Senior Vice President of Public Relations, my boss. And as we continued to talk about it, it was very clear to us there was an audience that we were missing, that we weren't serving. And as an organization that we welcome people from all walks of life, we realized we're missing a huge community. And so Sensory Friendly Mornings was an initiative that we made some internal changes, like turning down the lights, the sounds, to make the fair experience a little easier on the eyes and ears, so that folks with autism, Down syndrome, migraines, PTSD, or just someone who would like a less overwhelming environment could come out and enjoy the State Fair of Texas.
So what was the initial results or feedback whenever you started this?
So when we started off, just like anything, it took time to build awareness and understanding for what we were trying to do and why. So we really started off with trying to learn. So reaching out to people who are already experts in the industry, because I'm not an expert in the industry, my boss wasn't. And so we really looked to other people who had the information that they could share with us so that then we could implement at the State Fair. So we worked with IBCCES, who was able to help us with certifying and autism training for myself and some other folks on the team. So then we could make sure that we at least understood the audience that we were trying to serve before making those changes. And so then from there, it was really about educating all of our seasonal staff, our full-time staff, getting their buy-in, getting them on board, and just making sure that everyone is more patient and understanding that day. Because at the end of the day, we can't take away all the stimulus that's out here at the State Fair of Texas,
Right.
but we can reduce it. And should someone come out here and need to step away, we've also included quiet zones across the grounds to be able to take a step back from the fairgrounds, reset, and recharge if someone might need to.
So where are these quiet zones located?
We've got quiet zones at the Children's Aquarium. We've also got one over at the Briscoe Carpenter Livestock Center. And then our Guest Relations Center on the Midway in the Safe Kids Corral. So we have 3 across the grounds right now, and we're looking to expand that. We're looking to add additional things to this program in the future. But like I mentioned, it's just been overwhelmingly well received, and it's taken time to build. But especially with this being our 4th year, we're seeing even more people coming out and taking advantage of these days.
So is it always going to be Wednesday mornings?
We found that Wednesday mornings are a great time to do it for a few reasons. So one, the mornings, and Wednesday mornings specifically, are typically less trafficked. So it's a time where we can, based on prior attendance, know that we're going to have probably less people out here than, say, a Thursday or a Friday morning. And so we chose Wednesdays also because it's our best discount day. So you can bring 5 cans of canned food items and donate them to the North Texas Food Bank. So again, serving another community initiative, and get in for just $5.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I see wheelchair accessible. I see a lot of people on like little pads. I think I even saw service dogs. What other services do you offer for people who are disabled?
Sure. So there are a variety of different services. Our goal is always to be as accessible as possible to all communities. We can always be better, always be improving. But for a full list of everything we do, you can always go to bigtex.com/accessibility to plan your visit. But we've got at several entrances, Hometown Mobility, who offers wheelchairs or scooters should you need to rent one, wagons, so you can stop there should you need any of those accessible items. We also have ASL sign language interpreting at some of our shows. So you can find that schedule online at bigtex.com/accessibility again. But we've got shows on the weekends, and we also added them to Sensory Friendly Mornings this year. And so that's a great opportunity for folks to come out and enjoy our shows as well.
Yeah. What kind of demand, I guess, prompted this?
We receive suggestions all the time through our guest relations centers, guest services, and just via email. And so we read those emails. Those don't go off into the internet abyss. We actually read every email that we receive, and we consider that feedback when we're planning year round for the next event. And so we had people mention something like this, and we also pay attention to what other events and amusement parks are doing in the industry. And we noticed Sesame Street Amusement Park was doing a sensory-friendly day. And so we were able to kind of take some of their best practices and implement it here. And we've also been able to share what we're doing at the State Fair of Texas with fairs across the country. And that, to me, is what's so important. It's not just about us and our event, but touching more lives.
That's awesome. Last question. What is your favorite thing here at the State Fair?
Oh, that's a tough question. For me, it has to be the people, and with that, Big Tex.
Yes.
Because Big Tex represents us all.
Yes.
We can all see something in him that reflects ourselves, whether it's his friendliness, his generosity. He's a loyal neighbor at the end of the day. He's there to be a smiling friend. And so to me, Big Tex is the one thing that the State Fair of Texas has that no one else has. And who doesn't love a 55-foot tall talking cowboy? It is shocking to see, and it's one of those things that people come out year after year to enjoy, get their annual picture, and he's just a great representation of all Texans.
Well, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
So Taylor, nice to meet you.
Everything, and yeah, this is awesome.
Of course, thank you for your support.